In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up, install, and test your Google Analytics to make sure it's working in just a few simple steps. So let's get into it. How are you getting on? My name's Aaron. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through Google Analytics. We're going to go through how to set it up, how to install it, and then test to make sure that this is all working. I'll also show you how to set up goals, which is probably one of the main issues that people have down the line, is that they don't set this up and then all this data is missing, and you really need it. You really should be the first thing that you set up within Google Analytics, because this shows Google Analytics what you want to be tracking, and then going forward you can view it. So say for example you want to set up a goal for sales. Well, what you can do is then you can backtrack and view it in a funnel within Google Analytics. But don't worry about that now. I'll go through this once we have it open. So let's get into it. How are you getting on? My name's Aaron. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through Google Analytics. We're going to go through how to set it up, how to install it, and then test to make sure that this is all working. I'll also show you how to set up goals, which is probably one of the main issues that people have down the line, is that they don't set this up and then all this data is missing, and you really need it. You really should be the first thing that you set up within Google Analytics, because this shows Google Analytics what you want to be tracking, and then going forward you can view it. So say for example you want to set up a goal for sales. Well, what you can do is then you can backtrack and view it in a funnel within Google Analytics. But don't worry about that now. I'll go through this once we have it open. So let's get into it. What you need to do is you need to go onto Google Analytics. You just search Google Analytics into Google and it'll open up. So what you want to do is you want to set up an account. Once you set up your account, you're going to be brought to a page very similar to this. And what you're going to want to do is in the middle column, there's a code called tracking info. If you just select tracking info, it'll bring a drop down menu, select tracking code, and then it'll give you your code here. It's underneath global site tag. So if you just control copy, and then what you want to do is you want to go over to your Shopify store, and you just want to select on your Shopify store where it says online store. You want to select online store, all the way down to preferences. It's the very last one. And then you want to scroll down to where it says Google Analytics. It's just here, you see it? And then where it says paste your code, and just paste it in. Very, very simple, very, very straightforward. It also says use enhanced e-commerce. I'd highly recommend this. It's very good for tracking everything that's going on the website. You'll get a lot more information out of it rather than the dashboard that is provided to you with Shopify on a basic plan. And they only provide certain information if you upgrade your plan. Whereas if you just use enhanced e-commerce, you don't have to pay anything more. And if you're going to be saving money, that's ideal. So what you want to do now is you want to go back to Google Analytics, and you want to click out of this. So you want to click on top left hand corner underneath the Google Analytics logo, and it's going to bring you to your dashboard. So you'll see there's a blue box here now that says active users right now. And what you want to do is you want to go back to Shopify where it says online store. To the right of that has a picture, like an icon of an eye. And what you want to do is you just want to select that, and that'll open up your website. Now, as you can see, this is just a test website that I've set up just for the purpose of this video. So there's obviously nothing on it. So what you want to do now is you want to go back to Google Analytics. And if this is set up correctly, you should see here where it's shown one user is set up right now, or one user right now is on your website, which showing that basically it's tracking correctly. So, like I said in it, we will set up goals. And what you want to do is you want to go back to admin. So bottom left hand corner of your screen, and it'll open up your admin dashboard. We were working on the middle one when we were getting the tracking code, things like that. Now we're going to go to the right of that where it has view, and what you want to do is where you select goals, you want to choose goals. And I went through this video, the whole thing already, but the audio didn't work, so I'm doing the whole thing again. So let's just pretend that that's not there. So can you see I'm crying behind this? Laugh now, cry later. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to select new goal, And what it'll do is it'll bring up templates that you can work with, which is brilliant. It makes life so much easier. So underneath revenue, depending on obviously what your goal is, if you have a goal of people signing up to your blog or to your newsletter, and I do recommend setting up multiple goals so you can track them all. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to set up a purchase goal. So what you want to do is you want to select underneath revenue, it'll say buy ticket, or it'll say complete an online purchase. You just want to select that, scroll down and continue, and you just want to name this goal. So you can just name it purchase, very simple, very straightforward. And then your destination is, sorry about that, and destination is the one you want to choose. And then you click on continue. So it'll ask you here, it'll say equals to, you don't really need to worry about that. Just make sure it's on equals to and case sensitive is not selected. And then you just want to add in the page that they're going to land on when they get to it. So the page that works really well with Shopify, for me anyways, has always been checkout/thank you. Now it could depend it could vary depending on the team that you use, so it'd be worthwhile just maybe googling what is the checkout destination URL for, and then whatever team you were using. I know it can depend, so you can add a value to this. You can add a value to it, a monetary value, just so you can track how much it's costing to get this done. It is very good to get a good understanding as to how much each purchase is costing you, or how much each purchase is worth to you. And then you have funnel option. Now you can add in your funnel and you can add in your steps. So you can have homepage, and you can have product page, and you can have checkout, and you have your goals set up to the purchase one anyway, so that one should be fine. So this will be the ones that they're tracking, and you just add in the URLs from the end of them, you know. So like your checkout page, if you have in here like checkout shipping, contact information, you know, things along those lines. I just randomly selected ones in here now, but once you click onto it, in the URL you'll see, and you just want to get after where it has .com, the / you want to get, and then everything after it, and add that in. So I won't set that up now, and then just click on save, and this will save your goal. And then what you want to do is to view your goal is you want to go back to home to your dashboard, and on the left hand side where it has conversions, you want to select conversions. You'll see goals, select goals, and then you'll have overview. What this does is it shows you what people are doing on your website and allows you to better track it. So for example, this one here, this goal is for a purchase. So if 100 people came onto your website and 10 people purchased, you'll see you had 10 purchases this month, or 10 goal conversion this month, and a 10% goal conversion rate, which is brilliant. So what you can also see then is underneath then it has funnel visualization. So from funnel visualization, you'll be able to see the steps that have been broken down, and you'll be able to further optimize each page. That's today's video. Sorry, this was an absolute pain. The light and everything has changed on this because it's honest to God took me about 7 hours to do this, but sure, we move. So if you got any value at all from this video, please do give it a like, because it does really help within the YouTube algorithm. Do make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be putting out lots of content very similar to this along the lines of Google Analytics, Shopify, Facebook ads, understanding the Facebook ads, and I'll do a series on each of them to really break it down.